Welcome to Dave Juan's Aerial Quad channel. For the first time, I have in the air the Mini 4K, the Mini 4 Pro, and the Mini 5 Pro, all at once. The Pros are both flying a waypoint mission that they both have. It should be identical. The 5 Pro tends to fly it a little bit faster, for whatever reason. In the 4K, I am piloting manually. I'm going to see if I can spot either of these drones with the third drone. Now, I am noticing, like right now, the 4K just lost connection to the controller. I'm thinking it's got to be something to do with having 3 radios here all at the same time. There you can hear it's the RC signal interference is what it is saying. The 4 Pro is saying weak signal, adjust antennas. And the 5 Pro is not currently complaining about anything. So I'm keeping an eye on all 3 controllers, of course. I'm standing a little bit farther away from the 2 Pros. And I'm just going to pop the 4K way up high and hope that helps. It is also pretty windy out there today, and as everything is so covered in snow, I've done hand launches for all 3 of these. The voice is being entirely captured on the screen recording that I'm doing for the 5 Pro. I primarily just have the screen recording on for the audio. I don't usually post that one. Not much interest. It's the same stuff every time. But so I am facing, of course, the Mini 4K, and I haven't had this one up in a while. I've never had it up in temperatures like this. Obviously, we've had a significant amount of snow, and we've got goodness. What do we have here? What was I saying? What are words? We've got a significant amount of snow, and we've also got very cold temperatures. Tonight in the forecast, it is supposed to be roughly -5 is the low tonight. And I think it's going to happen sometime around 4 in the morning. I flew a lot yesterday on the 4 Pro, and it started giving me new messages I've never seen before about the battery is either needs to cool down or needs to be charged, which charged maybe, but it certainly didn't need to cool down. I believe this is because at certain temperatures, obviously, they don't operate as efficiently, the batteries themselves. And then because of that, they have to conserve voltage, and you don't get as powerful effects on your flight. If I sound more distracted than usual, it's because I'm watching 3 controllers at the same time and trying to keep all these birds in the air. I don't know how many videos I will do in a series like this, because this is a little bit hectic. But I do want them to all 3 get to meet each other up in the air once the 2 Pro drones are done flying their waypoint mission. And boy, the 4 Pro and the 5 Pro do incredible work on their image quality. I think I know about where the 5 Pro is right now, so I'm going to hover over it best as I'm able to. And I don't know that I'll be able to see anything on the screen recording or on the screen I've got here on the Mini 4K, but in the 4K video playback, maybe you'll be able to see it. I'm standing well above. I'm at 330 feet on the 4K, whereas those other two drones are on that waypoint mission. They're about 120 feet. Again, I'm sure the 4K looks nice on the playback for the Mini 4K, but I can't make out anything. But I do believe I'm right over a spot that they will fly over. The 5 Pro has already made it through, but the 4 Pro, it's possible that we'll catch a glimpse of here. Okay, looks like if we're gonna see the 4 Pro, it ought to be in frame about any time here. See if we can't fly around here and try to spot it. It's kind of tough when you almost have no idea where you're flying. Like I'm getting a frame or two per second. It's bad. Alright, so it's about to go to this little convergence here. Oh, this convergence here. It should fly just about right through it. It's a very weird feeling. I've got 5 bars, so full connection to the 4K, but I just cannot make out anything on the screen. Alright. So hopefully we caught a glimpse of it there. Next, I'm going to fly over toward the water tower, because that is another spot that we hopefully can actually catch a glimpse of one of these. The 5 Pro is getting close to the water tower now. Boy, whatever I can see on the 4 Pro, or the 4K rather, it is getting knocked around like crazy by the wind. Alright, so I'm going to set up the 4K here behind the water tower, because I know neither drone on the mission will go that far, so there won't be any risk of a mid-air collision or any such thing. That wouldn't be a good time. I cannot see anything. Alright, there I got a little bit back. I'm going to angle this up a bit. The waypoint mission does not take the drones particularly close to the tower, but we, in theory, should be able to see them right about where I've got it aimed. And the 5 Pro is ascending now. Do the same here. See if you can spot it. And whether you can or not. Ooh. I'll leave that there. And let's see, the 5 Pro is just about done with the mission, so I'm gonna go park it somewhere where it can just hover for a while. Batteries, how are we doing? The 5 Pro has been out the longest. These two have plus batteries in them right now. It's at 57%. It says it's got 23 minutes of flight left. Okay, cancel return to home. And let's go park this bad boy. Same place I did last time. There's a nice cul-de-sac here. anyway, the 4 Pro is at 47%, and it's saying it's got 14 minutes of flight, and the 4K is at 50%. Took me a minute to get it reconnected to the controller, so it hadn't been flying as long. It's saying more like 11 minutes. Oh, remember that I've got to turn recording back on once the waypoint mission is done. So right here at the cul-de-sac, I'm going to just hover. And that's at 300 some odd feet. Very good. The 4 Pro is just about done with the mission. If we have a chance of seeing it, it will be about now. You watching have a far better idea than I. But now I will point that thing in the direction of that cul-de-sac. And let's double check our altitudes. The 5 Pro is sitting at 340 feet. So let's pop this up higher. Is this the one that I trust the least right now? Let's keep it up above everything else. And there is the return to home for the 4 Pro. So I'm at 300. Up all the way up to 400. Yeah, we're at the max altitude there on the 4K. Alright, you hush. Okay, that's at 390, so I'm going to bring it down. And if the 5 is at 340, I'm going to bring this one to right about 300. And take it to that same spot. Cruise for a moment. So they should both be just about the same spot now. Alright, and I can see the 4 in the camera of the 5, so let's go ahead and descend. I don't want them to be too close to each other, because it is very windy up there. Let's have a look at each other. There's the 5. There's the 4, and I once again forgot to press record after the mission ended. And those are now hovering at 290 feet. So we're at 400. Let me step farther away from those two controllers now. Hopefully have less interference to deal with. And let's fly over to that little cul-de-sac. Should be about 100 feet over him. Minutes of footage. It's pretty good for the old Mini 4K. It doesn't typically have that long, or obviously not as long of a time in air as the others. It can usually stay up. You can't plan more than 15 minutes of flight time, especially if you're recording. There, I see the drones. There's gonna be a looky down below. Oh, is that the wind knocking this thing around? Definitely not the direction I'm telling it to travel. There's our drone friends again. Don't you start getting knocked around too hard. We're far enough away from them. Start descending. Right into the sun, of course we are. See how much it's going to get knocked around up there. Just back a little bit. Alright, gonna let that controller sit now. And let's tilt the other two so we can see a little bit of both. Oh, no, not that direction. No, I don't mean that stick. Rookie. Okay. Okay. And we're kind of creating the Spider-Man meme here. Yeah, that's the Mini 4K complaining. Gotta get them all in frame before we let it fly home. Okay, we have done it. They're all in frame together. Except I don't see them on the 4K. Back up a bit. Did that ruin anything? A little bit, yeah. Okay, the 4 Pro wants to return to home now too. Got them all? Alright, that's probably the best we're going to do on low battery. Let's go ahead and bring the 4K on home. And we'll call it a day here on this video. I didn't know I'm bringing you home. I expect to try more like this in the future. In the meantime, thank you for watching Dave Juan's Aerial Quad channel. And I do hope I see you next time.